Hey crafters, and welcome to Technique Tuesday. We're going to be working with a fun fold that has kind of a flip to it. You are going to love this card. So let's head down to the crafting table and let's get started. Let me show you this card. Now, it's a fun fold, but look at the flip. Here we go. Now, as we're making this, I want to remind you, you can use any DSP that you have or any sentiment stamps that you have. You don't have to use ours, but we will link ours below the video just in case you really fall in love with them like we did and you want to pick them up. So welcome so much to Technique Tuesday. I'm G and so happy that I'm with you today. So let's go ahead and get started making this fun fold flip card. Now the first thing you need to do is you need to create just a regular card. And remember, all our measurements will be listed over on creativemomentsbyg.com on the tab that says blog. We're going to score it as you would a normal card, and then we're going to bring in our trimmer and we're actually going to score it again on the top fold at 2 1/8. So we're simply scoring it halfway again. Now we're going to take that score line and we're going to fold back. Go ahead and grab any tool that you want and give that a good crease. And so now we have a card that looks like this. We are going to use some fantastic colors today. We love the way that black and green go together, and also bringing in some orange, some pumpkin pie. So just think about that as you're coordinating your colors. Now we went ahead and we cut our strips. And you're going to need 2 strips with DSP and then 1 with white. And that just allows you to write your message right here. Now you can also flip this over and put a mat right here on the back that allows you more room to write your message. But let's go ahead and get this lined up right here on our card and glue that down. Now I'm making sure that I have the same border all the way around. There we go. And now we're just going to take our strip that we cut and created a white mat and put it right on the inside of this card. And this will allow you to write your sentiment. Okay, and now we have the inside of our card completed. And here on Technique Tuesday, we like to come up with lots of tips and hacks that you can use as you create your cards. And so one of those is whenever you create a back fold that is a fun fold, a lot of people go ahead and they make their crease right here, but they forget to go ahead and crease it right here on the edge, and that will help it stay open just like you want it to stay open. So let's go ahead and lay this strip of DSP on the front of our card and look at those colors. You can see why we like to bring in kind of a granny apple or a very bright green and put it on black paper. Making sure once again that you have the same border all the way around your DSP or your patterned paper. Now comes the fun part. Remember this flip part of our card? You might think that it's difficult or that you need a die set that does this automatically, but you really don't need that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an oval die. And I'm going to cut each of those 3 areas, and it is so easy to do. So you want to go ahead and open your card flat just like this, and you want to make sure that you position it in the middle first, making sure that we have the same distance from the top and the bottom and the same distance on the side from this fold to about this area right here. So go ahead and try to put it right in the center, and then bring in your tape or however you tape it down to your card. Now what we like to use is this purple tape. It is fantastic and is so repositional, it doesn't tear your paper, and so that's why we like it. So we're going to go ahead and get this, and if you feel more comfortable using a ruler to measure that, you can certainly do that, but I think I can just eyeball it. I'm going to go ahead and just put some tape right here and also tape it again because I want it to really be secure. Now we're going to bring in the boss, and I'm going to show you how to cut this. So I'm going to just scoot out just a little bit. So that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now go ahead and get your sandwich right in there. I'm going to put my plate down. One of the tips that I want to show you to do is go ahead and grab you a Post-it note. And you want to put the Post-it note right on this fold right here. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to stop cutting right there on that fold, and we want to make sure we get it in the same place every time. So I just put this Post-it note right there, and that acts as a guide. So you know, on the Stampin' Up embossing machine, we have these plates, and it has a beveled edge right here. You can see that. Well, it doesn't start cutting until right there on that line. So we are simply lining up this line right here with the pink line from our Post-it note. And that makes it so easy. And now we're just sliding it in. And we are going to crank it in. Okay, and now I'm going to show you. You take this off and take your die off. And look at that. Perfectly cut right along the fold. So now let me move the embossing machine. And let's go ahead and line up the other ovals. And I'm going to put the Post-it note right on the fold. And that really acts as a guide for you. So let's go ahead and bring in our embossing machine. Put our plates in. Line this right up. And once again, we are lining up this beveled line right here, even with the Post-it note. Taking off our Post-it note. And here we have our 2 flips, and now we're going to add our 3rd one right at the top. And here we have our flip card. Isn't that cute? And it's so easy to create. Now stay with us because I have another version of this card to show you that does not use ovals but uses rectangles. So let's go ahead and decorate this. Now I have already used our oval dies. We have our scalloped edge and we also have just a plain die. So you have to make sure that you have some nested dies. And I went ahead and I already glued them together. And now we just need to decide in what order do we want to put them. So I think the first one we're going to put is Hey There. So we're just going to glue all these down. Okay, now let me give you a few tips. If you don't want to add the DSP here, you don't have to do that. You could just, maybe you wanted to use an embossing folder and emboss the same black cardstock. That would be beautiful as well. You can also stop right here. You don't have to put any additional sentiments right here. But I think it's kind of fun to go ahead and do that so that when they open it up, surprise, there's more messages. So let's go ahead and add our messages to the inside of our card. Now look at that. Look how fun it is when you open up the card and you have another message. Now, like I said before, you can also add another mat right here to the back if you have a dark colored cardstock so that you can write your sentiment. So we have our ovals. We have these ovals. I love how bright and springy these cards are. So pretty. Now, I want you to make sure and take a moment and leave us a comment. Which do you like the best? Do you like your flowers and your spring colors or this beautiful green, which I'm kind of partial to? And remember, I told you that I would show you another example of this flip card. Now look at this. We decided to use our rectangles that we have. You flip it and we have those extra sentiments on the inside. At Technique Tuesday, we like to give you lots of options. So take a moment, leave a comment. Which is your favorite? And what shape will you use? You can also use 2 squares. You could use just one big circle if you didn't want to add all these shapes to it. There are so many possibilities. Well, we appreciate your time watching Technique Tuesday. We love these cards. We hope that you love them as much as we do. Remember, take a moment, leave a comment. Also, we'd love a thumbs up. That means so much to us. And remember to subscribe and click that button so that you always know when we post a video. Go out, make it a fantastic week, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.